Hello there, it's Heather here and welcome to the video version of your free guide, 7 Fabulous Secrets to Make Your Home Totally Irresistible to Buyers. In this, you will find out how my viewer escalation formula can get your house sold for the very best price so that you can move on. There's a checklist at the end which you can use to get one or more rooms staged quickly and easily. This will help you get organised. So welcome to 7 Fabulous Secrets to Make Your Home Totally Irresistible to Buyers so that hopefully they create a bidding war. Hello, the information that I'm about to share with you is exactly what you need to get your head around making your home super presentable so it starts a bidding war and sells for the very best price. Now, every single house that I have presented to sell has had a great result. From achieving the asking price or better to getting a strong offer on day one on the market. I want to show you how to grab your viewers, not literally, from the very beginning by taking them on a viewing experience which leaves them totally in love with your house. I call this my viewer escalation formula and I want to share it with you because I know it works and I want it to work for you too. I mentioned that there is a checklist at the end, so once you've been through this guide, you can print that off and begin to stage your own room. And of course you can print off as many copies as you want. But just a little story here, you might be wondering about the front cover of this guide. The front cover is actually of a room I designed for a lovely couple who had their home on the market for 3 whole years before they called me. When we got it sold, that meant that they were able to move to their dream home and they asked me back to design it, to interior design it. And this cover on the cover photo of this book is of their fabulous new living room. So, moving on to my viewer escalation formula. You need to take your viewers from being curious browsers to eager offer makers by ensuring their entire viewing experience of your house delights them from the very start and goes on impressing them room by room, growing and nurturing their desire, which produces good offers leading to a bidding war, which leads to you achieving the very best selling price. And hopefully you will be able to move on, buy your dream home and live happily ever after. Now there are 7 basic steps to this viewer escalation formula. The first step, step 1, is love at first sight. Make their glimpse an absolute delight. The first glimpse an absolute delight so they become instantly curious to find out what else this house promises. Step 2, you're so welcome. When you throw open the doors and reveal a well-lit, warm, friendly entrance, which immediately removes any anxieties that they feel, and hopefully they will feel very welcome and immediately at home. Step 3, take a seat. You'll walk them to the most aspirational room of the house early on in the tour, your stylish living room, which should show how easy conversations can take place in cosy, comfy and spacious and chic surroundings. Step 4, cook. This is a critical space where viewers' thoughts of making that offer really hang in the balance. It's the kitchen. But with elbow grease, clever organisation skills and the right accessories, you'll be on your way to giving them a spotless and beautiful kitchen that they are going to be nodding at. Step 5, eat. Show them a relaxing eating space where they can linger with family and friends, make special occasions extra special. So this is your dining room or your kitchen table, whichever you have in your home. Step 6 is all about sleep and unwinding. Invite them to unwind in bedrooms that exude peace and tranquility. Emphasize softness, calmness, comfiness and relaxing colour schemes and of course sumptuous bedding. And step 7, bathe at the spa. Present your bathrooms using tips taken from a spa where a soothing and relaxing retreat offers a place to cleanse and invigorate. So here's how to create an inspirational lifestyle in your home that gets viewers loving each new room they see so that they're hooked. They rush to make an offer and they start a bidding war because you've got several offers. So step one is love at first sight. So this is an absolutely monumental moment. Your prospective buyers has come to see your house and they are so hoping it isn't a waste of their valuable time. You see, viewers make up their minds in the very first few seconds, be it 3 seconds or 7 seconds, based on what the outside of your house is like. So if you want to get them through your front door, give them a really powerful first impression by creating a strong emotional reaction. And of course, all of this applies to the photographs as well, the online photographs, which they will no doubt see first before they actually decide to come for a viewing. So how do you do that? Well, colour is the main way to do this, and so is the general appearance and repair of the outside of your property. Here's what I mean. This house and these photographs below, the house front was actually quite bland looking. It was fairly unimpressive, although it was in good condition. Pink pebbles had replaced the front lawn, so there was a real lack of colour and beauty. Hanging baskets and planters are what we put in place, which instantly made it seem much friendlier and more approachable. So you can see the before photo, it lacked a bit of warmth and welcome, and then when a couple of simple pot plants were put in place, a nice welcome mat, a number, a couple of hanging baskets with lovely colour coming from them, you can see how this made a really big difference to this before and after photograph. So take a little care to make the exterior the very best it can be, so that the first glimpse of your house makes viewers keen to see more straight away. Now, step number 2, you are so welcome. If the first impression of the exterior of your property was inspiring, you now need to keep this up by making sure that the minute they step through your front door, your home is welcoming them with open arms. That's why the entrance hall should instantly impress and give them a very reassuring, warm welcome. A hotel foyer does this by providing instant impact, usually with fresh flowers, good lighting, and a sense of space and style, which is exactly what you need to create. And you can. I'm not saying you're going to look like a hotel foyer. You're not supposed to. Your home is supposed to look the very best version of your home that it can. So how do you do that? Because hallways can be small and they are often dim areas, they need to be brightened up so a viewer gets the impression of lightness and space. Banish the daily clutter and add an oversized bunch of fresh flowers for immediate impact. If the flooring is hard, for example, it's tiled or it's wooden, add a rug or a runner as a warming texture. You could also use a decorative mirror to bounce more light around and create a really strong style statement. This hallway you can see below in the photos is really quite dark and dingy and drab. You can see it in the left-hand photograph. But we soon remedied that by painting the entire area, including the heavy oppressive wooden framed door. And you can see that the difference was night and day. So if you look at the before photo on the left, it was really quite dark. And then when all the painting had taken place, the transformation was just immense, and you can see that on the right hand photograph there. When the entrance hall is warm and welcoming, your viewer has cemented the strong first impression and taken a critical step forward towards making an offer. But this is only the beginning, remember. They need to continue on that path. So step number 3, take a seat. The next step on their journey is your living room. This is where they're going to start to imagine what sort of attractive lifestyle your house can offer them. Buyers are always trying to imagine themselves living in the house that they are viewing. So it's now your job to show them that your living room is stylish yet comfortable, spacious and very, very relaxing. A place they could instantly make themselves feel at home in and put their feet up in. You need to excite and entice them and draw out those ohs and ahs. It has to be aspirational and hopefully better than what they are currently used to or what they're already living in. Somewhere that they and their family can really live well in and will love bringing their friends to. That is the general impression that you're trying to give them. So how do you do that? Well, in this living room below, if you look at the photographs, it was slightly grubby, courtesy of the family dog. There was sort of a sea of beige, and there were too many pieces of chunky furniture in what was quite a small living room. It was a medium to small living room, and that made it feel even smaller. So really, to really improve it, the sofa was thoroughly steam cleaned professionally, and a warm accent colour of red was used in the new cushions. That big chunky chair that you can see in the bay window went to storage, and a smaller one allowed the room to instantly feel bigger. You see, buyers need to see the space you've got, and if you're filling up your space with chunky furniture, you're not allowing them to see it. So if you look at this photograph here, here's this big chunky chair, but we replaced it with a smaller one on wooden legs so that you can see that more floor space is actually visible, and that's a top tip. And then another view of within the same room is this one where I said earlier it was a sea of beige. The room isn't bad, it's not, there's nothing particularly wrong with it, but you can see when we apply staging techniques by putting a mirror above the mantle and bringing in just some red colour, how much warmer that room now looks. So, moving on to step number 4, cook. This is all about the kitchen. The kitchen is a super important and generally buyers are looking for something brand new. But please, I don't want you to faint just yet. By new, what they actually mean is a kitchen that's spotlessly clean and in great condition, just as if no one has ever used it before. So that's what you need to aim to do. Give them as near to that as humanly possible. The danger is if they don't like your kitchen and they think it needs immediately replaced, they will take thousands of pounds off any offer to reflect that, which we don't want. Let's try and avoid that. Take a look at this amazing transformation below. So how are you going to do that? Well, this kitchen had the basics, but was looking nowhere near its full potential. So we added yellow in the accessories to bring it stylishly up to date, and the daily clutter was banished so that only new looking items were allowed to be on display. The heavy sort of red and cream bedroom curtains were replaced with very light sheers, which allowed much more daylight in, and this really brightened up the space. So create a kitchen that is the very best version of itself, and you will be notching up yet another tick in the viewers' boxes. And let me just take you through these photos. You can see we removed the daily clutter of floor mats there, and lots of clutter over all the surfaces, and we used yellow as the one main accent colour. And you can see these photographs were taken from the same angle and how much better the after photographs look. So moving on to step number 5, 8. This is all about the dining area. So if you have a separate dining room or if it's part of an open plan room, this is how you should deal with that area. People use these areas less often these days, so they can often become rooms where stuff gets dumped or stored. It can morph into something else other than a dining room. For example, a toy room, a homework spot, or maybe a home office, which can sometimes not be the tidiest. I've even seen when people it becomes a laundry room where the main activity is ironing. What you need to do when you're staging it is to show it as a beautiful, stylish, relaxing place to eat, whether it's your everyday family table, the kitchen table, or you have a separate room for bringing friends to. How? How can you do that? Well, one golden rule when selling is that each room should be clearly defined. You don't want a viewer to open the door into your dining room or dining area and think, what's this for? So it's your job to make each room speak very loudly for itself. Now, in this room below, they used the dining room as a playroom, but knowing that the likely buyers would much prefer to see it as a dining room, the table and chairs that they had put away in storage were dusted off and brought back, and all those toys were packed away. So just let me show you this particular room, and that mural was taken off and that one wall was repainted. You can see we kept the storage here, so that stayed in the room, but it was transformed into a lovely stylish dining room. Step number 6. Sleep and unwind. This is all about the bedrooms in your home. You need to emphasize the calmness, the comfort, the softness, the restfulness of the bedrooms, and you will be well on your way to ending that viewing having escalated their opinion of your home as far as you possibly can. The viewer is especially curious to say they could relax in these more intimate rooms, and you need to show them that is more than possible in your home. You need to pay extra special attention to the master bedroom, because this is generally going to be the viewer's bedroom, and make sure that it is distinguishably a notch above the others, so they can see that this is definitely the master bedroom and not a child's bedroom or a teenager's bedroom. And you do this by saving the more luxurious accessories for this room. Invite them to unwind in bedrooms that exude peace and tranquility, creating relaxing relaxing colour schemes. So how can you do that? Well, in this bedroom below, this master bedroom, this stunning transformation was achieved by better furniture layout. Also some handy needlework which lengthened those short curtains to create the full length and more luxurious look. So these curtains were lengthened by putting a band of gold fabric in and lengthening them to the floor. So if you're any good with the sewing machine, you can always put it to great use when you are staging. A rich warm colour scheme and luxurious fabrics raised the bar from this before and after picture and really set it apart from the other bedrooms. So you can see the before photograph there. It looks like any other bedroom. You wouldn't actually realise that it was a master suite. But in this after bedroom, we used some lovely velvet bedding, some stylish cushions, and something above the bed to really create a focal point. Some better lighting either side of the bed, and if you notice, we removed this dressing table, which was much better placed here at the foot of the bed against this wall, and we dressed it up a bit. So moving on to step number 7, bathe at the spa. So present your bathrooms, and this is all about the bathrooms in a room, using the tips taken from the spa, where a soothing, relaxing retreat offers a place to cleanse and invigorate. If it's enticing and luxurious looking, you will be ticking all the right boxes again. Staging is always about what your buyers would love, what they want. So if you know what that is, if you know what type of buyer is typically likely to buy your home, you can make every effort to do your very best with what you already have and give that to them. So how do you do that in a bathroom? Well, in any bathroom, the main requirements start with a high standard of hygiene, a complete lack of your personal items, put them all out of sight, and a soothing colour scheme that you can introduce through fluffy towels and other accessories. The bathroom below simply needed that spa touch to increase the invite to pamper. You can see the before photograph here. It was just a bit dull, uninteresting, a bit boring. But afterwards, it just looks warmer, just more comfortable, more inviting. And all that was added was some really nice folded up towels and a bit of greenery and some hand towels and quite a nice scent in the room. So moving on. Now, if you need help I am opening the doors now to my new course, which is called the Bidding War Blueprint. How style, staging and a bit of strategy can help you sell your home for the very best price as soon as it hits the market. So if you wake up feeling clueless and stressed about selling your house, this course will help you make your home irresistible to potential buyers when it hits the market, so it sells quickly and for a great price. What could you do with that extra 10,000 or 20,000 or even more? And for a mere fraction of that, I can show you how to significantly ramp up the value of your home and make it irresistible so that you have all the money that you need to buy your dream home. And here is why I think everyone should stage their house to sell. It is a proven method which helps houses sell for the very best price and usually quicker. You will have fantastic online photographs and they are critical to getting those buyers to a viewing. Your estate agent is going to love you because they love really good looking homes. It makes their job easier and of course it earns them extra money. Your lovely home will create a buzz in the market as soon as it is released for sale. So remember, there are people already looking in your area and they get alerted by text or email when a new home comes in the market. And when yours is launched onto the market, they are going to get that notification. And if it's a really lovely home, that's when you'll be creating a buzz. Viewers will have more confidence in your beautifully presented home. So that means if it looks really good on the surface, they'll be thinking that those underlying things like the plumbing, the heating, the electrics are all well, are in good state of repair because you've taken so much trouble over the general look of your home and it looks well maintained. Moving day will be much less stressful because if you follow my staging formula, you will have organised and even begun to pack stuff away as a result of my staging formula. And remember that any lovely new accessories, whether it's bedding, cushions, pillows, any of those things, they were bought to make your home look good, but they will be moving with you to make your next home look absolutely gorgeous. So if it sounds interesting, click the link and you'll be able to find out more information. And remember, you can call me on that mobile number or email me and I will be delighted to talk to you in person to answer absolutely any of your queries. And when you download the book, I have the staging task list ready for you to print out. So you can use this viewer escalation formula to move your buyer gently in the right direction towards making an offer. So to get you started, your challenge from me is to simply take one room and stage it using the advice that I've shared in this presentation. And once you've done one area, you'll be able to tackle the rest. So these are the sort of questions that you should be asking yourself in each individual room. So what could you add? What could you take away? How could you add or balance the colour? What colour should you use? How would you easily update it? How could you rearrange the furniture so there's better flow, so it looks better? What accessories would make an impact and what accessories could you take away? How could you let more light in? Now, it's amazing how some of these small steps can really create a big impact. So when you download it, you'll see your staging task list and let me just get that in the window properly there. So you can print that out. So I hope that was helpful and remember to get in contact if there's anything I can do possibly to help you. And all the best with your staging and selling. Bye for now.